When you play a single note, other notes will tend to ring. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it on this particular video in this regard, but if I play this note and I stop it, there are probably other notes ringing. You hear that? It's important on electric bass and acoustic bass. You play a note, but you're trying to mute other strings. So one of the ways we do that is you can rest your thumb on the low string. So now your low string is muted when you're not playing it. Of course, when you are playing it, you just slide back or on top of the pickup, right? So this way you can slide back. This way you're muting it if you're playing the next string over. Notice the left hand tends to lay across the other strings that aren't being played. I don't want you to spend a whole lot of time thinking about this. Just put it in the back of your mind that if things are starting to sound muddy, your strings are probably vibrating sympathetically from the other notes that you're playing. So start to cover more strings with your hand to mute them. Mute the strings that you're not playing. It'll become natural after a while. One more thought on the electric bass. We tend to play very hard sometimes, and the electric bass doesn't really respond well to playing hard. Just get used to the concept of having a lighter touch. Now, I'm not talking feather light. Sometimes you see guys playing like this. Well, that's not appropriate either because it just doesn't sound right. But there is a nice light touch where you can get a nice full rich tone. That is warm and still has a nice bass, a bottom to it. Notice that when I play it a little bit harder, you don't have as much bass to it. And even harder yet, it just starts to get ugly. So get used to the concept of finding that little slightly lighter touch than you might be used to, and see how that works for you. I would like to give you a seemingly simple warm-up exercise and technique builder. This is my own little thing that I've developed over the years for myself. And I like really simple exercises that on your own you can make more and more difficult. The idea here, and you should realize this first, is you're going to play one finger per fret in this exercise. And there are different combinations. And you can tell by the graphic that's coming up on your screen that the first one is going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. What all that means is your left hand, let's start at B flat on the G string. It's going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. One finger per fret. Your right hand always 1, 2, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? And you can see by the graphic that there are other combinations. For instance, 1, 3, 2, 4. These can be used in a number of ways. First of all, I'm going to stay with 1, 2, 3, 4 for our example here. Use them all. You can move up the neck. Right? You can move down the fingerboard. Your right hand is always 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? So, the idea now is find an area of the bass where you're uncomfortable. Let's say you're uncomfortable here. Great. This is where you're going to warm up today. And you're just going to go. By the way, notice on my right hand that the finger plays the note and pulls through to the next string to come to rest on that next string. This is good technique. You should strive to do this. You're not trying to pluck it out like this. I see a lot of people plucking out like that. No good. Hit the string and pull through to the next note, to the next string underneath it. See how my right hand is doing that? It's just coming down to rest on the other string. So the idea, again, you're up in this register because you're uncomfortable here. This is your warm-up for the day. Next one. Next one. You get the idea, on and on and on. Next, let's say you're going to continue this exercise next week. And you will, right? Okay. Let's make it a little more difficult. Let's say we're going to do the 1, 2, 3, 4 portion. Again, you're going to do all those numbers that are on the screen there. But for next week, let's try using 2 strings. Let's use the G string and the D string. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here you go. Here's your pattern. So that you have first finger on the G string, second finger on the D string, third finger on the G string, fourth finger on the D string. Move up. Okay, you get the idea, right? Feels easy so far, right? But remember, your right hand is always 1, 2, 1, 2. It's tricky because you really would rather go the other way. You know, you'd rather go 2, 1 maybe on this. You know, you'll see, things will start to feel better a different way. Force yourself to stick to the regimen because the idea here is to build technique. Find one lick a day that is really difficult lick to play and use that as your warm-up. Work it all over the bass. Play it down low, play it up in the middle, play it up high. But you're going to find one thing that's relatively difficult to play and just work it out. If you do one lick a day for a year, you have 365 things at the end of a year that you could do, that you couldn't do prior. And what a great thing. I mean, how many people can say that they've developed that much technique in 1 year? So you can really work this kind of a program to death just for the warm-up portion of your day.